Good morning and welcome back to our final fabulous segment here on CityLine. With me, I have Tory Rescue Mission. And when I say Tory Rescue Mission, I really mean this incredible human being on the couch, Martha Davis. You are the Executive Director of Tory Rescue Mission. Good morning, my dear.
Good morning, Amanda. Good to be here.
Good to have you here. And I know you have a team that helps you bring all of this together. And before we get started, on behalf of the City of Tacoma, thank you so much.
You're welcome. We love it.
I cannot even tell you the gratitude I have in my heart for what you and your team do year-round for these families, for these little ones, medium ones, teenage ones that just would not have any sense of hope that is translated through these gifts if not for the efforts of you and your team. So huge thank you to you. Thank you. Let's talk about how long, for people who perhaps don't know about the Tory Rescue, how long has it been in existence?
We just celebrated our 25th birthday, as a matter of fact.
Good grief.
Our 501c3 was incorporated in 1994. And so this year, it's 25 years and still going strong.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have you been involved the whole time?
Just about. I met the founder, Carol Barkley, about 5-6 years into the operation. I was still working. I was in a
Well, you were working in a different position.
Right. I was in a different position, and she had come to the company that I worked for asking for a retail donation, and I was the one who had to approve or not approve it. And so after I listened to her story, I approved her donation, and then I made the mistake of saying, if there's anything else you need, give me a call. And
I've made that mistake.
Yes.
It's a good mistake.
It is. But I ended up going to a board meeting. Then I became a board member. And then from that time on, I've been actively involved. And when I retired from my real job in 2008, I decided I wanted to do this full time. She at that time decided she wanted to step back. And so I just stepped forward, and I've been going strong ever since.
Martha, you are the definition of reinventing yourself as you go. But I can tell by the way that you speak about this, and I remember last year when I had you on, this is such a ministry and passion for you and your team to do this. I mean, you had told me last year that you would do this even if it wasn't your job, that you just get so much satisfaction out of this position. Let's talk about some of the programs that you offer besides all of this beautifulness we have here in the studio.
Well, we're open year-round. You know, there are a lot of organizations that just come at Christmas time, but we do birthdays. We do Easter baskets.
Yes.
We offer backpacks and school supplies for back to school. And this year we partnered with Christy Cochran and Windermere Realty, and we did Halloween costumes.
Oh, I love that.
Christy had just a tremendous story of, you know, her background and a struggle that she'd had, and she knew friends that had a personal struggle with, you know, getting costumes for the kids. And so she came up with a program where she was giving out costumes, and she needed a partner. So she came to me and asked me if we would be a partner with her. So we did for this year, and we were amazed. We had over 400 children show up. And it was pouring down rain, and the lines were down the sidewalk and to the corner of 6th Avenue. These little kids came to get costumes, and they got bags of candy, and they had a blast. So that was a new program for us that we're looking at how we can improve it for next year. And then, of course, Christmas is our biggest season of the year. We serve about 6,000 children between November 1st and Christmas Eve.
Oh, my goodness. So those 6,000 children, how do they qualify?
Well, many of them are clients that have been to us for programs. They have to be on state assistance. And we're pretty strict with our rules. And unfortunately, sometimes I turn people away because we serve 2 consecutive years in a row. We want people to know this is a hand up, not a hand out. So if you're having a really hard time and you're not able to make ends meet, and you're on state assistance, your children are on state medical, you're getting food stamps perhaps, you live in subsidized housing, or you have all of these other means of support that are coming from the government, then you probably qualify. So then you can can come and get gifts for us for 2 consecutive years, and the programs vary by age. For instance, birthdays and Christmas, we go up to age 15, but Easter, we only go up to age 12, because most 15-year-olds don't want an Easter basket.
Exactly.
So why waste the resources? And then our back to school program is really geared towards the critical years, I call it. That's that elementary school and middle school.
Yes.
Because you want to get the good study habits. You want to get them getting used to bringing all the tools that they need to be successful. So that's why we focus just on that area.
So where do the toys come from?
Individuals, yourself, you know,
Yep.
you've got children or grandchildren that have outgrown things. And I was talking to the recycle gentleman earlier. We too recycle, because we take
Good
gently
on ya.
used toys that kids have outgrown, and we prevent these from going into the landfill, and we clean them and totally refurbish them. Every new toy comes with new batteries. If it's a coloring book, we add crayons. If it's an activity book, we add pencils. Everything is refurbished to look like it's brand new.
Oh, I love that.
We also get some donations from stores, but most of them come from people.
So let's talk about, you mentioned you're open year round, which brings me to the senior program. And how does that fit in with your mission of refurbishing toys?
Well, you got to think about, you know, some of our seniors have reverted to that state to where they're like children. So one
Bless
of our
their heart.
volunteers was had an accident a few years back and was into a rehab facility. And while she was there, she noticed all of these seniors that seemed to not have anyone visit them. They didn't have gifts. You know, it was like Mother's Day, Father's Day. These holidays were going by and they were just lonely. And so she said, what can I do to help? So she talked to the activities director. She came back and brought it to the team. We sat down and we brainstormed what could we do. So we came up with the idea to do things like lap blankets, which is what I
Yes.
have with me today.
Let's talk about this, yes.
This one, of course, for all of you Seahawks fans, is in our lovely Seahawk colors, but it has a pocket. It's made by one of our longtime volunteers, Connie Kress, and she specializes in these. And these go right over the lap, just down to this far. They don't get caught in the wheelchair
Hold
spokes.
it up one more time there. There we go. Just like that. Perfect. You got it. Okay.
They don't get caught in the wheelchair spokes, and they can put their remote control of their glasses in the pocket. We also do things like the walker bags and the wheelchair bags that go over the handlebar so they can have an extra hand to
Oh, I
carry
love
things.
that.
We make Christmas stockings and little travel-sized toiletries.
I love that. So how is this toy rescue mission funded? Because all of this is amazing.
Gosh, you know, funding is always an opportunity for any nonprofit, and we're no exception. You know, in the last couple of years, as our laws have changed and tax deductions have
Yes.
become less and less common as they were in the past, people don't donate as much as they used to. Even some of our larger corporate donors have cut back and scaled back on what they're donating. And we're finding that we're counting more on individuals. We're asking them to please step up.
Yes.
Something that we did this summer that was really successful for us is we called it our Summer of Change.
Oh, hold that up.
We
there it
created
is.
this little can, and we passed this coin bank around, and we asked people to just drop your spare change in it. And just, you know, we gave out a couple of hundred of them and just, hey, you know, just put your spare change in it. And we did this through Labor Day. We collected $3,200 just through Labor Day.
That is incredible.
That's huge. Because if you think about it, a lot of the grants that we get are just for toys.
Right.
They don't cover utilities.
Operational,
None
nothing.
of the operational. My rent is $3,000. And then I have to pay light bill, gas bill, water bill, cable bill. All those things are extra. So that $3,000 was great. So we're looking to rebrand this and kind of get people energized to always keep a bank around
Yes.
and maybe just drop in your spare change.
I love that.
So that we can continue to operate.
Who do we need to thank, my dear?
Oh my goodness, we have so many people, Amanda. We have, first of all, our wonderful staff.
Yes.
Without the staff and our regular volunteers, I don't know how we'd operate. We have people that are there every day. We have Carol, we have Patricia, we have Mary, we have Norma, we have Sandy, we have Judy. We have Nancy.
I love it.
There are so many people. Vicki, I'm probably going to forget
That's
somebody's
okay.
name.
Anybody who's there.
Everybody
thank you.
who's there. You know, our board members. And then, of course, our donors.
Yes.
The people who donate their gently used toys. The people who filled our cans. All of our groups who've asked for these cans. The volunteer groups who come in who want to help escort our families through and shop.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all that you've done, for your
Thank
leadership
you,
and your
Amanda.
passion. And I want to thank you for being here. And
love
you
it.
have a permanent seat. I want you back here for Easter. Deal?
Deal.
All right,
I'll
my
see
dear.
you at
Thank
Easter.
you so much.
Thanks, Amanda.
Just a reminder that this Saturday at the Pantages, Symphony Tacoma with George Lee will be performing. That's November 23rd at 7:30 p.m. And of course, you can get tickets at symphonytacoma.org and use that code CityLine for a discount. That wraps up another great segment of CityLine. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We've given you some really great things to think about in this past hour, so please go out there, be a part of the tapestry, and above all, pay it forward. And when you come back, as always, we'll be waiting for you right here at CityLine. Take care.
From the fires to the dawn, Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home. Place I call my own. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Oh, you're from Seattle. Oh, you're from LA. Oh, you're from Chicago, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Oh, you're from Seattle. Oh, you're from LA. Oh, you're from Chicago, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. From the fires to the dawn. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home. Place I call my own. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Oh, you're from the easy. Oh, you're from Green Bay. Oh, you're from Atlanta, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Oh, you're from the easy.